obviously it's been 20 months I think since we've had fans here and be able to play. So the energy and the excitement, they were lined up outside. I could see them from my office well before 4:30 when they opened the doors. But to have that type of energy in the building was great. I also want to commend the fans on the ovation and positive vibes they sent to Walt McGrory right before tip-off when we talked about him and trying to send him our support from here as he battles back home in Minnesota. In regards to the game, obviously we played a lot of guys intentionally. It was kind of a revolving door at times at the scorers table, and that was by design. We need to see a lot of these guys, and I think we have potential to get help from a lot of areas, but obviously a lot of things a lot of guys, but I think we obviously, as expected, have a lot of things we need to continue to work upon and work with. But appreciated how hard they played. Thought everybody came in and did some good things, and a lot of nerves, a lot of jitters, even in the locker room before the game, and which is good. As I told them, that means it means something to you, and you're excited to be here. So with that, I'll take any questions. Is this a free water, or is this somebody else's?
No, that's
We're good? All right.
Greg, I know Whitewater didn't have a lot of height to match up with Steven, but what did you like from what he was able to do on both ends of the floor tonight?
Yeah, I thought specifically offensively he established himself in the paint and got in there, and we probably could have touched him even more along with some others. But, once he got going a little bit and got his feet, he's talking about nerves. That was one of the guys I was referring to. But just got some confidence going, and teammates did a good job of finding him at the right time. And I thought we moved the ball fairly well for this early. It didn't stick. We obviously got a long ways to go. But I just like how we always tell our big guys, don't forget, even though we allow you to shoot threes, don't forget you're 7 feet. And play in the paint. And I thought once he got settled in a little bit, he did a good job of that.
Brad, sorry, it's a long day. Greg, something that showed really strongly was your team's defense. I know you haven't watched film yet, but what can you take away just initially from the team's defensive presence tonight?
Well, our defense is ahead of our offense, and that's typical for this time of year. We've spent more time on it. I think this group is starting to develop a connectivity to, they talk about synergy offensively, but that same thing has to be applied to the defensive end. And it's hard to sustain it when you're playing so many guys, too. And, we'll work through that as we go deeper into the season and establish who is going to be in the rotation. But I thought a couple mistakes here and there. We'll clean some of those things up, but that has to happen through experience. But I thought ball pressure was pretty good. We did a decent job of, forcing tough shots. Ball screen defense is always a point of emphasis. We were decent in it. We continue to get better. And like I said, the focus this group has put and their ability to embrace that end of the floor has been very encouraging for us as a staff. They understand how good they can be defensively, but also how important that is for us to be very good defensively is going to be.
Greg, do you think part of your strength defensively eventually will be that you have some guys who can defend multiple positions?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of versatility with this group. We can play bigger as we did with the starting lineup. We can play a little smaller when I went with Wall at the 4. So yeah, I think there is a lot of versatility, and you have to have that just from game to game. The game has become so positionless that you end up exchanging or switching a lot of things, and a lot of that's unscripted at times. So the ability to guard multiple positions, move your feet, connect with your teammates out there is important, and we'll have to continue to develop that.
Greg, on both sides of the ball, where would you like to see your team improve before that season opener on the 9th?
Well, we got a long ways to go. I mean, it's everything from taking care of the ball to, you name it. There's probably nothing that we don't need to improve upon. So we got a lot of work to do, which is normal, and that's the exciting part is that you see the potential with this group. How we come together, how we grow together, how we develop is going to be exciting to watch.
You haven't had the chance to really see Bowman or Hepburn in a Badger uniform miss both of your scrimmages. What were your takeaways from their performance today? Both of them, please.
Both got tired quick. Hadn't practiced in 2 weeks until 2 days ago. So that, which is normal, which you'd expect, the excitement. Then again, we go back to nerves, and that can cause you to be a little step on the gas a little bit too much too early. But I thought they both did a good job of, it makes such a difference when you have point guards on the floor, and what it was good for us to go through that for 2 weeks in terms of having guys expand their games and do have different responsibilities. But it's also great to have those guys back, and they're learning. They're both rookies and have a lot of growing to do. But I liked just the assertiveness and the command that they take when they're playing that position.
Chris Vogt, obviously another newcomer for you guys, experienced guy, but what did you like about what you saw from him tonight defensively? Chris
knows who he is, and he knows what he's good at, and that's always half the battle of staying true to who you are and what you're good at. And he's obviously had a lot of experience, and that's what we wanted to help these younger bigs kind of bridge that gap, so to speak, with maturity and experience. And he's done a very good job of that, not only on the floor. Same thing with Jacoby. But the maturity and the experience and a voice of reason, so to speak, in the locker room and everywhere else, other parts of our program. But he's getting better at understanding our ball screen coverage. Obviously, he's long around the rim, and he just understands who he is. And I think specifically offensively, that's important. So I know he's always has questions and the right questions, and wants to continue to get better and wants to do all he can to help us be successful.